Well, there is a cool collaboration between a Quad Cities brewer and distillery. Joining us is Deb Davis from Wake Brewery and Ryan Burchett from Mississippi River Distilling. Welcome, you all.
We're always invited on Fridays, right? When we bring beer and whiskey.
We love it. Look at it already there.
I mean, it just so happens you guys come as a package deal.
Right.
Yes. And so we know, tell us a little bit about this collaboration between you guys. I know that it's going to be a pretty cool drink.
Yeah.
Well, we've got whiskey and we got beer. And so what can we do that together? So first we put whiskey in barrels, then we give them to Wake, and then Wake fills them with beer, and then they gave the barrels back to us. We refilled them with whiskey, finished off a whiskey in the barrels, gave barrels back to Wake, and now what?
And now we are going to do an event featuring all of the exchanging and sharing of the barrels and the liquid that we made in those vessels. So next Thursday, we are going to release our Wake's barrel-aged Omega, which is a Russian Imperial Stout that was aged in their barrels for 8 months.
Yeah.
And then when they gave the barrels back, what did you make?
Yeah, we made a couple different, it's the same whiskey. It's our bourbon, Cody Road bourbon that is refinished in those used whiskey barrels.
Oh,
so
wow.
You can get this bigger bottle at Rock Island Hy-Vee, and I just checked, they have about 30 bottles left, and that one's gone. Or we sell a smaller version of it, what we call our Cody Road double barrel, that is finished in the Wake barrel at our places in Davenport and LeClaire.
Just talk about how unique this is.
Well, I think new things with wood is kind of like the exciting stuff for craft distilling right now, because we've tried different grains and stuff like that. Now what can we do with barrels? Can we do a wine barrel? Can we do this? And the breweries are already, Wake's been using our barrels for a while. This idea of let's put some whiskey back into the barrel that had the beer and the whiskey was kind of a fun way to just kind of keep this project going, and now they're kicking it to the next level with the stout.
Yes.
So when it comes to the collaboration, can you guys tell me how that kind of got started? Like who approached who, how to make this magical?
Right, how did
I
this
don't
happen?
remember, do you?
I think it was just a conversation between your distillers and our brewers. And our brewers are always looking for different ways to bring some creativity, and this is just has a really nice local feature to it too. So I think it was probably just started as we are now, surrounded by a couple of drinks, having some creative talks, and it's like given us this really neat relationship between the two companies.
I mean, this just unites everyone drinks, of course.
Well, we have breweries from all over contacting us that want barrels. Everybody wants to age beer in barrels. But for us to say, well, let's partner with somebody that makes sense locally, that we can enhance our brands together. They're carrying our whiskey and our vodka in their bar. Right. So, we have so much more to raise the elevation of this whole project by working with Wake than to send them halfway across the country or something like that.
And
so
for people who may not be familiar with brewing, what is barrel sharing?
Well, basically, so when the whiskey barrel's done, we can only use it once legally to call it bourbon. So, there's still plenty of flavor in that oak. The sugar's in the oak, the charred barrel, and there's the whiskey flavor. So you take a big stout like this Imperial Stout that Wake's brewed, put it into those barrels, it grabs some of those caramels and the sweetness and everything of the barrel and just gives the beer a completely different finish. So then we did the same thing with the whiskey, and this is where for us it really gets different, is putting it back in. Now we're grabbing some of those flavors from the beer that impart into the whiskey again. So it's kind of a dance back and forth.
You've already sold me. Caramel, sweet.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll need one of each of these, right?
And I know guys we were just talking about supporting each other and having each other's products in your stores, but I mean, how important is it for local companies to come together for something like this?
I think it's huge.
Yeah.
I think that part of the brewing and just booze production community of the Quad Cities, everyone is incredibly supportive, and it's definitely a rising tide raises all ships.
So just tell us, what details do we need to know about next week and the event that's coming up?
Sure. So at Wake Brewing, which is in Rock Island, next Thursday at 7 o'clock, we're going to have a ticketed event for $25, limited to 30 people because we're kind of a small brewery. And you're going to get a pour of the Omega, a pour of the whiskey before it was aged in our beer barrels, and then after. So you can do a side-by-side comparison of the two. So all 3 beverages and some glassware for $25.
Awesome. Are we allowed to take a sip?
Ooh. Oh,
That's up
please,
to your
yeah.
boss. not me.
I'm going to be running out of here doing that. Yes,
All right,
for
we're gonna
sure.
try
What's the octane on
But
the
while
the
we're
beer?
doing this, I want
Yeah.
to show you the details on the screen. You can try the collaboration for yourself. Coming up next week, as we said, that event is happening May 4th at 7 p.m. at Wake Brewing in Rock Island. Tickets are limited, and we'll have that information on our website later today.
And you can see Brewed tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. right here on WQAD. You can also see all of their episodes at brewtv.com.
Oh, this is so good. Okay.
Still ahead, some social media